Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you what are protozoans. I'll be showing you the cellular structure. As you can see over here, I'll be explaining what are the different organelles that are present in protozoa. We'll be talking about the nutrition, we're talking about the reproduction also, and quickly within that time frame I'll be covering the introduction of protozoa. Believe me, after that you will find it very easy to understand protozoa. So please watch the full video and support the channel. So let's understand today's topic, which is protozoa. So I'll be introducing protozoa to you. I'll be explaining the cellular structure and also some of the important factors like where they live and all. We'll start with the general features. Some of the important general features of protozoa includes that they are unicellular structure. Unicellular means most of them you'll find is a single cellular structure. And then the size is 2 to 200 micrometer. Okay, so that's fairly larger than the bacteria. And they have a true nucleus. So you will find a true nucleus inside those organisms. They are a little bit higher. You have membrane-bound structures that you can see also. You have Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, and you have mitochondria. They are present in aquatic environment, freshwater as well as sea water. Next is they are motile, and motility is usually using cilia. You have flagella. They are also have the ability to glide on the surface. They are free living and they also can live parasitic lifestyle, right? And reproduction is by asexual reproduction, and sometimes it's also sexual reproduction. We'll talk about that in detail as well. Let's start with the structural feature. You can see a lot of different organelles that they are present. We'll start with the outermost structure, which is plasma membrane. You have a well-defined membrane which is going to protect it from outside environment. It's going to provide the shape, all those things. You have nucleus. You have inside nucleus. You have nucleolus also. So you have nucleolus, you have genetic material inside that, and nucleolus is the site where those ribosomes are going to get synthesized. You have contractile vacuoles are present. You have a food vacuole, you have contractile vacuole inside those organisms, since they live aquatic life. So these are really important. You have mitochondria, energy source. This is going to produce ATP. So that is really important for any cell. You already know that. You have Golgi apparatus because protein transportation system is essential, right? Next is you have cytoplasm, which is the matrix. Then you have lysosomes also. Lysosomes are present inside those organisms. You have ribosomes, protein synthesis machinery. One thing that is missing, I'm going to draw it right over there, is endoplasmic reticulum. So that is very close to a nucleus. You have ribosomes over there. Endoplasmic reticulum, where if you talk about rough endoplasmic reticulum, where the protein synthesis is going to happen very effectively. Okay, and that is also connected with Golgi apparatus. So these are some of the important features. Now let's talk about the habitat. Habitat means where these they're going to live. What is the address of these protozoans, where they are present? So that's why I've used those illustrations. We'll start with the pond, freshwater pond, right? So you can have river, you can have lake, you can have pond, you can have household water even, where these parasites can be present. You have garden water even as a source of these parasites. Next is, as you can see the image, I'm sure you can guess it's marine water. So you have parasites, or if I talk about protozoa, they are present inside the seawater, salty water. They also are able to survive. Next is soil. Right, we have outside nice garden, and in that soil you can find eggs, you can find parasites. So that is really important source of these protozoans. Next is humans and animals. So I've created that digestive system. It's a human digestive system, and there you have in the fecal matter you have a lot of protozoans. They are then going to transfer to soil and then also to water. So this is the source where you will get these protozoans coming out in a huge amount, right? All right, let's talk about the nutrition. Okay, so what kind of food habit they have? What are they eating for their survival? We all know what we eat, right? Now we need to know what are our protozoans they are eating. We'll start with first, which is autotrophic. You know, surprisingly, these protozoans have the ability to actually create their own food. Example is Euglena. It can actually create its own food from sunlight. So it can live autotrophic lifestyle. It can create its own food. Example is Euglena, and I'm going to write it down. Autotrophic right over here. Next is the second way is also heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means it can't create its own food, right? So no sunlight is being used. But it can survive on the ingestion of the food that is created by other organisms. Example is amoeba. So it's going to eat up the food which is present in the environment. Next is reproduction. See how they're going to multiply, right? Humans multiply with sexual, they're going to multiply with asexual, which is first binary fission and multiple fissions. Also inside the structure, you can see multiple organisms. So that is the multiple fission way. And the third one is sometimes also sexual reproduction. So in that one, in sexual reproduction, you have various ways like conjugation, you have sporogony. It's something that we'll discuss in later videos. Okay, so in reproduction, I'm going to write it again. Asexual reproduction, you have binary fission. Cell is going to split into two cells. You have asexual reproduction, which is multiple fission. You have so many organisms coming from only one organism. Then you have sexual reproduction, which is sporogony. So this was a brief introduction of our protozoans. I hope you liked the video, okay, where I've tried to compile what is protozoa, what is the cellular structure of the protozoa, and what they eat, how they reproduce. We'll meet in the next video where I'll try to cover more interesting topic. And if you want to learn more, please visit my website. The link is in the description box. I create a lot of courses related to research in life sciences. Those skill sets are going to help you do amazing research in the area of life sciences. All right, I'll meet you in the next one.